for a minute. You know how I do it. I do these daily check-ins. I do them daily, Monday through Friday, about noon. Okay, so I'm about 11:54, so I'm a couple minutes before 12 o'clock. But I'm here in California. Hope you guys are well. Happy Hump Day! I love saying that. I love Hump Days and Wednesdays because I can do that. But let me just check to make sure I am live on all my social media platforms, or at least the ones I should be live on, and that's YouTube and LinkedIn. Let me just give me 1 second just to confirm that I am live on those platforms. Yep. Yes, there we go. We're live and kicking. So what I say? Today is Wednesday, July 19th. You guys hear about the latest in the strike thing, the hotel strike. In fact, before I start that, let me open up my chat for anybody that wants to make comments and interact with me. I appreciate it. I welcome it. So please feel free to do so. It's open. So if you're on LinkedIn and YouTube, which one, it doesn't matter. You can make comments in real time, right? And I'll post them in real time. So I'm live here at the West Drift Hotel, Manhattan Beach. One of my favorite hotels here in Los Angeles area. In fact, if you're going to SoFi Stadium, this is probably the best. I want to say this is probably the nicest, the best hotel to stay in. If you're like going, if you're here for the weekend, you're at SoFi Stadium watching a concert, watching a football game or whatever they have over at SoFi Stadium. This would probably be the best. Is it the closest? Not necessarily the closest hotel, but it's definitely the best hotel that's near the stadium. Okay, so that's where I am. This is the lobby right there. But other than that, there was something I was going to talk about. Oh, okay. The work stoppage or the strike that's going on in Los Angeles. Okay, so this is only Los Angeles, Southern California hotels, about 60 hotels that are involved in this. If you guys watched my show yesterday on air with Russell of Hotels at 1 o'clock, I gave an update saying that they were supposed to go back to the drawing board or to the negotiation table, if you will, yesterday, which was Tuesday. They did go back, but I think the union walked out on the hotel owners or something like that, from what I understand. So nothing has been solved. The strike is still going on. More walkouts are going to be scheduled in the next. It could be today, could be tomorrow. I don't know, but more walkouts are going to be scheduled. And remember, these things are all. When I say scheduled, they plan when they're going to walk out. Okay, so those things are going to be happening. Like I said, no one knows for sure. The union knows, of course, but no one outside of that knows. The hotels will know when they walk out, right? So look for more of that to happen. Okay, a little more disruption going on here at Los Angeles area hotels. And remember, it's not every hotel that's on strike. It's about there's 60 union hotels that are in LA, between LA and Orange County. Okay, so not every hotel has union employees or will be on strike, but the hotels, from what I understand, I don't know if they're doing a good job of finding people to come in and work, but hotels are still operational. They have not closed down or anything like that. So, but there is a continued demonstration going on. They're planned by the union. You just don't know when they're going to happen. But as far as I know, they're not. There are disruptions, and what I mean by disruptions, there's more things going on outside, on the sidewalk. Not a lot of things going on property. In fact, they can't demonstrate on property, so they have to be in like a public space, which would be the sidewalk, right? So nothing's going on inside the hotel, so you don't have to worry about that if you're a guest at any of these hotels in Los Angeles area. So just to keep you updated on that, I will definitely keep you posted on that. Monday Wilkinson, what's going on there, buddy? He said, I love that hotels have unions. Yeah, no, hey, employees need a voice, and hey, sometimes the union does the trick for them. But not every hotel has a union. They need the unionize and know. Hey, well, that's where you are. Okay, I'm here in LA, so. but yeah, so yeah, only 60 hotels here in Los Angeles are unionized, so not all of them are. So just depends on, what you need, what you're looking for, I guess. I don't know, because I've never been a part of any union in any hotel. So I haven't been part of union at all. So, but anyway, there you go. But so you guys know the story on that. Of course, I do. When I do these lives, I always have an agenda, right? The agenda today, people may not want to hear about it. I don't know, but I'm one of those people that bring things, bring things that a lot of people are not talking about. These things are in the news, right? These things are, things that they're ongoing things, and this has been in the news for a long time, right? But this is the first time I actually said anything about it. Okay, so, and it is definitely an issue, a problem, something that we need to get a handle on. And what would that be? Boom. Human trafficking in hotels. And, a lot of people say, oh, that doesn't happen in my hotel, or this doesn't go on there. I'm going to tell you this. Back when I was working in hotels, most of the hotels I worked in were, 3-diamond, 4-diamond hotels, right? And, a lot of people say, oh, this doesn't happen here, like, things like issues with prostitution and things like that. It does happen in every hotel. Okay. I don't care what you say, it happens. It's just that some people are more sophisticated on how they do their business, okay, or how they conceal it. But it does happen in every hotel. Now, moving on to human trafficking, it does happen in a lot of hotels, okay? It doesn't just happen in the Motel 6s or the lower tiered hotels. It happens in every hotel. It's just that, we may not pay attention. It may be happening. We just maybe have never paid attention to what's going on. We don't look for signs and things like that. We don't pay attention. And I'm speaking on specifically hotel workers, right? So if that's managers, if that's line level employees, that's housekeepers that see things that are out of place. I mean, those are things that need to be reported. I'm not saying you need to get involved and say, hey, what's going on here? No, you report it to your manager, your supervisor, and then it goes up the chain. That's the stuff I'm talking about, right? But there are signs of, certain things that are happening. And we just have to know what signs to look for, okay? And so it's good that you have a Russell of Hotels to let you know what signs to look for. This is a serious matter. This is something that's been, we've been talking about this for a long time. There's some hotel companies that have, in the forefront of fighting this. But I just don't think, I think it's one of those things, sometimes we put a Band-Aid on it and think it's going to get better and it's going to go away. No, it's one of those things that we have to continuously, fight, or we have to continuously be on the lookout for. Okay, we have to continuously talk about. We have to have different things and policies in place and SOP, standard operating procedures in place, right? But I got like 10 steps, of course, right, that I'm going to go over, right? So it ain't going to take that long, but it's something that's worth it. And these things I will post. So when I'm done with this, I don't know if it'll be posted today, but it will be posted in the next 24 hours as far as things to look for, when it comes to hotel trafficking in hotels, okay? Or I'm sorry, human trafficking in hotels, okay? So here's a couple of things that we're about to talk about. Boom, okay. Number one, be aware of red flags. Train your hotel staff, including front desk personnel, housekeeping, and security, to be aware of potential signs of human trafficking. Red flags may include guests who appear fearful, anxious, or show signs of physical abuse. I mean, those things we need to report. We need to report those things to our managers. Number two, engage in active listening. You got to be nosy, right? Sometimes, we're nosy about a lot of things, right? We listen on and eavesdrop on conversations, but sometimes when we see something serious, we don't want to report it, right? If we're going to eavesdrop on certain conversations, you get information, you need to report that stuff. Like I say, no one's asking anyone on a property level to get, to be in someone's face or I'm going to take care of this myself. No, go to your managers, report it, go up the chain of command, and then hopefully they report it to the proper authorities, if you will, the police or whatever. So those are things that need to take place. Engage in active listening. Train your staff to be attentive listeners and observe any unusual behavior or signs of distress among guests. I mean, that seems pretty simple, right? We see a lot of things that go on, but sometimes we just choose not to get involved. Okay, so sometimes if you see something, you got to say something. Number 3, develop SOPs. What is SOPs? SOP stands for Standard Operating Procedures. Establish clear protocols and SOPs for hotel staff to follow when they suspect human trafficking. Outline the steps they should take and the appropriate authorities to contact in certain situations. There you go. Number 4, encourage anonymity. Okay, encourage anonymity. Ensure your staff that's reporting suspicions of human trafficking can be done anonymously if they feel uncomfortable. So they should be able to they don't have to tell who they are. They can call you, whatever those policies and procedures will be. If they don't want to, if they don't want you to know who said this, then that's fine. As long as they're talking about it. If they see something, they want to say something. So don't discourage them from reporting things. Okay, if they want to do it anonymously, that's cool. That's all right. At least they're doing something, right? Number 6, collaborate with law enforcement. Build relationships with local law enforcement agencies and human trafficking organizations. Train your staff on how to report suspicions to the appropriate authorities, suspicions to the proper authorities, and offer support to victims. I mean, if there's victims, if someone comes to you, you have to, you're gonna have to reach out to the authorities and say, hey, this is what happened. We need you to come immediately and take care of the situation. So if you see something, say something, and that's gonna be the theme, right? I'm gonna continue to say that. All right. So we went through the first 5. I can get rid of those. See how easy this is? Boom, boom. Come on, there you go. Boom, boom. See, there you go. Number 6, promote awareness. Promote awareness among guests. Display informative materials about human trafficking in public areas of the hotel, such as lobbies and restrooms. Provide hotline numbers and resources for guests to report any concerns they may have. Now, a lot of hotels wouldn't do this because they don't want people on the outside to think that's a problem here. Well, a lot of times it is a problem. Like I said, every hotel has some type of prostitution going on. I don't care what you say. I worked in 14 different hotels, and all 14 different hotels that I worked in had some levels of some type of prostitution going on in there. Okay, it's just like I said. Do we choose to see it, or we choose not to see it? If we see something, did we say something, or we saw something and just chose to ignore it? Like, oh, I didn't see anything. What are you talking about? I didn't see anything. I've seen it. Okay, a lot of times, back in the day, red flag. People paying cash, people extending at the last minute. They never, they make reservations for one night and they keep extending. They wait till, like, if checkout time is at 12 o'clock, they wait until 12 o'clock to extend their stay. So those are telltale signs of something that's going on. They're paying cash. Okay, a lot of times now they have to put down a credit card, but they still pay with cash, right? So they're paying cash. They wait till the last minute to extend. There's a lot of traffic going in and out of the room. Multiple people going in and out of the room. There's just a lot of stuff that's going on with that particular room, or those particular people. Those are signs that something's going on. There's some crap going on. Okay, so you need to pay more attention to that stuff. And call the authorities. Like I said, alert your supervisor or manager, and then call the authorities and let them deal with it. You're not the police. The hotels are not the police. Well, I understand that. But if you see something, say something. Remember, that's the theme, right? So promote awareness. Did I say that? Promote awareness among guests, display information? Yeah. So a lot of hotels will not do that, but just because you don't do it doesn't mean it's not happening, okay? Support training and education. Invest in regular training sessions for your hotel staff on recognizing and responding to human trafficking. This can include workshops, webinars, or seminars conducted by experts in the field. I mean, that's self-explanatory. We need to make sure that we're educating our people on what to look for, that it can happen here. First and foremost, we need to let people know this possibly is happening in our hotel, okay? There could be a lot of things going on. We just don't know because, like I said, we don't pay attention. We're not being as nosy as we should be, and sometimes we should. Okay, because people come to our hotel to be safe, right? At least that's what we hope that we have a safe environment. Okay, well, this includes you see something, say something. That's providing some level of safety, right? So there you go. Number 8, foster and safe environment. Create a safe and supportive environment to potential victims to seek help. Provide information on resources and support available to them without judgment. If someone comes to you, it's not the time to judge, it's the time to help. Okay, so like I said, sometimes we've created such a safe place in the hotels, they feel comfortable coming to telling someone, right? That means they're looking for help. What are we going to do? We're going to help them. Hopefully, right? We're not just going to, hey, I didn't want to get involved. No, you work in a hotel, someone comes to you, you need to get involved. Okay, so foster and safe environment. Boom. 9, encourage industry collaboration. Work with other hotels and hospitality organizations to share best practices and collaborate on efforts to combat human trafficking in the industry. Seems pretty simple to me. You won't be the only hotel that's doing this, right? Your competitive, your hotels within your competitive set may be doing the same thing, but you'll never know unless you ask. So reach out and find out what's going on. 10, report suspected cases. What does that mean? If you suspect human trafficking, report it immediately to local law enforcement or a national human trafficking hotline in the United States. And there's actually a number here, 888-373-7888. And like I said, I'm going to post this stuff on my LinkedIn page a little later, so you don't have to worry about writing anything down. I just need you to listen and know that this is a potential problem for a lot of hotels. No matter if the hotels are admitting it or not, this can be a potential issue at almost every hotel out there. I hate to say it, but it's true, right? So like I said, I worked in 14 different hotels over the course of 25 to 30 years. I've seen some stuff go on, okay? And the stuff I see go on, of course, I'm gonna drop a dime in a minute, okay? So don't do it around me, because if it can, from drugs to counterfeit to prostitution, to like theft to having, breeding dogs or raising dogs in rooms. I mean, I've seen it all, okay? So stuff does happen. You just, like I said, unless you're nosy, unless you patrol your hotel, you take it upon yourself that, none of this stuff is going to happen in my hotel, and you take that responsibility. Some managers take that responsibility, some do not, okay? Some will rather look the other way. I wasn't one of those people, okay? So if there's something going on, just like in my own neighborhood, if something's going on in my neighborhood, I don't have a problem with calling the sheriff, okay? I got them on speed dial. Okay, I have them in my phone. All right, so if something going on, we need to make sure that we, call if that's what we need to do. But it all comes back to having a relationship with local law enforcement, which most hotels I work with, we did. We would invite them over. Instead of going to the local donut shop, I'd have them come in our cafe and eat. Right, have coffee, have food, or whatever. And use the restroom, just a place, a clean and safe place for them to come, right? And then when something happens and then they get a call that, something's going on at XYZ hotel, they're more likely to come over there pretty quickly because, we have a relationship with them. We've taken care of them. They've taken care of us. So it's a reciprocal thing, right? So have a good relationship with your local law enforcement. So when something comes up, they can advise you on what to do. Boom, sounds pretty simple to me, but hey, what do I know? But anyway, yeah, so report anything that you see. If you see something, if you see something, say something, okay? See something, say something, report it, okay? So that's about that human trafficking in hotels. It does happen. I'm not saying every single hotel does, right? But you'd be surprised, okay? You would definitely be surprised. So, but other than that, what have I been working on? You know what? I haven't told anybody this, right? I've been working on quite a few groups, right? And the interesting thing about the groups I've been working on, you guys know I do hotel site selection, right? So I have a hotel site selection agency called Russell Wolf Hotels, right? So what I do is assist companies and organizations, even individuals, with finding hotels for their retreats, for their conventions, conferences, reunions, whatever it is. It can be a leisure thing, it can be incentive. It doesn't matter. It's just that a lot of people need assistance with finding that proper hotel for their whatever, their retreat, their reunion, their whatever, conference, convention, whatever the heck it is, right? So I've been busy with a lot of leisure groups, right? Not corporate groups, leisure groups. So I have like 4 on my desk right now that I'm working on. One is to the Bahamas, one is New Orleans, one is a Caribbean cruise. Then they need pre and post rooms, right? 7-day cruise, and they need pre and post rooms for a hotel. And then I just got another one, a group going to Philly. So there's a lot of stuff going on, but it's all within the leisure space or leisure market segment, right? Because things have not got back to, I mean, we were hearing these things, and I'm sure in some markets, corporate has gone back, to meeting, but a lot of things are smaller now, right? So if you're not getting the business from corporate, you got to reach out and try to find some leisure business for your hotel. There's no other way around it, right? That Smurfy stuff that, sometimes we get the least experienced person in that particular market, trying to find business there, where, well, that's one of the markets that's doing things, that's traveling now, okay? And these groups are not small groups. These are, well, one of them may be like 10 rooms, but they go from 10 rooms to maybe 50 rooms on peak. So, I mean, that's pretty good, right? In the period of time when you think it's going to be slow, and I'm getting these leisure groups. I mean, hey, there you go. And it's funny, most of the leisure groups, those are the ones. Like last year, I did two trips to Italy and to Greece. Okay, I have never done that with corporate groups. This has always been with leisure groups, right? So leisure groups are on the rise. People are getting together. It can be family members, it can be people that work together that just love to travel. They're getting together, and they're doing cruises. They're doing, like I said, they're going to the Bahamas, Exuma Beach. You know where Exuma Beach is? It's in the Bahamas. They're going to the Bahamas. They're doing New Orleans. They're doing Philly. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. So that's what I've been busy with. I forgot to tell you guys that. I see, yes, I see a comment there. Yes, yep, me too. Dropping all the dimes, nickels, and quarters. Chief and assistant chief and phone number. There you go. That's right. Okay, Candace Simmons, thank you so much. Yes. So, Candace has a business in Culver City. It's a boutique, women's boutique. There's no men's stuff there, so okay, I don't go there. But she has a business. She's been in business for like years now, right? But she has a relationship with her, with the local police or sheriff or the authorities, right? And so when things happen in their area or maybe in their complex, she doesn't have a problem with calling them. They probably know her by name, right? So it's important that you have these relationships with your local law enforcement. You invite them to come over, whatever that is, coffee, tea, donuts, whatever that is. Invite them to come over, and because it's good that it's about that community kind of thing. What is it called? Community patrolling, community enforcement, whatever it is. The more law enforcement is involved in the community, they know exactly what's going on. Okay, they don't just show up and there's always some crap going on. You know what I mean? Even if there's no crap, they show up and there's crap going on. Okay, but it's about that local connection, right? So like me here in where I live, and this is going off topic, right? But where I live in my neighborhood, years ago when I first moved here, I was the neighborhood whatever captain or whatever you want to call it, right? So that's how I know all my neighbors, right? And I knew the sheriff that would patrol the area because I would invite them. We would do like every quarter we would do like a barbecue or something like that in the summer month. Well, we did in the summer month. So every summer we would do something where all the neighbors would come over and you would meet each other, you talk to each other, you would get to know each other. So you you're building that relationship with the neighbors as well. But then I would bring in the local sheriff, have them come over, they come and eat and whatever, and meet the neighbors as well. Because when something went down, we were comfortable enough to call them. We knew them by name, and some of them, they knew some of us. Of course, they knew me because I was the captain of the block captain or whatever. So it's important that we do those things, not just at our homes, but even on our businesses. And if we work for a hotel, of course, I'm Russell of Hotel. So if I work for a hotel, I'm gonna have that same relationship with the local sheriff, police, or whatever it happens to be in that particular area. Because you want them to help you, okay? So there you go. It makes plain sense to me, and I see Candace is doing the same thing. So she has them on speed dial. She said the assistant chief. Now I don't know the darn assistant chief, right? But I do know they have a station down the street, or kind of what do you call it? It's like in the what do you call it? A shopping center, and they have like a small satellite station. And I've been in there before, and I've had them come. Like I said, I go there and, hey, we're having this thing. I'm having this thing at my house. Blah 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 blah. Wonder if somebody can come by. Oh yeah, and they never said no. They always say yes. Oh yeah, we'll be there. So there you go. That's what they're there for, right? Candace says dial 991. I don't know what that is, but that's nice. 991. I don't. Okay, is that like 911? 991? I don't. Okay. I'll dial that, or I'll just dial the number that I have in my phone. Okay, so I don't know what that means, but anyway, thank you so much, Candace. I appreciate that. But anyway, I think that's it, right? I just, like I said, come on and do these lives. I know I went a little off topic on that, but it's about building relationships with local authorities and things like that. So I don't think I'm off topic in saying that, but if it hits you, you say it, right? So, but no, I do these lives every day, Monday through Friday, about 12 noon. It's like 12:21 right now, so I've been on about 20 minutes, a little bit over 20 minutes. But yeah, and I love comments, I love interactions, because that's what it's all about. So I'm Russell of Hotels. I do hotel site selection, I do hotel consulting, I do anything, everything hospitality related and hotel related. Okay, that's marketing, that's branding, that's showing people how to be excited about their brand, right? Because if you're not excited about your brand, ain't nobody else gonna be excited about it. Okay, so but three things you should always do, especially if you do these kind of lives: let people know who you are, because not everyone knows who you are. Contrary to what you think, everyone does not know who you are. They don't know what you do, and they don't know how you can help them. Okay, so always make sure you let people know who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. Okay, like I said, I'm Russell of Hotels, Russell Edmond. What do I do? Hotel site selection. I assist companies and organizations, even individuals, with finding that proper hotel for them. So it takes that off of their desk, right? So if they're a meeting planner and they have to worry about the content of the meeting, they don't have to worry about that. I mean, they can worry about that and not worry about the site selection, or maybe the contract, or the RFP, the proposal, all that kind of stuff. I look over that stuff for them. I forward them the information. It's already been vetted once they get it, right? So this takes that bit of the piece of the puzzle off of their desk, so they can concentrate on other things that pertain to the meeting, right? So I assist them. I walk them through the contract process, all that kind of stuff, pricing, all that. I assist them with their help, of course, but I do all the legwork for them. So those are things: who I am, what I do, and how I can help. There you go. Candace says, instead of 911, call them direct. Oh, okay, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, I guess that's when the police chief, or the assistant police chief, that. But I didn't know what 991 was. I never called that number. I just called the regular number for the sheriff department, the Marina division, who handles this particular area. But well, thank you. Maybe that's just a regular number, like a non-emergency number. Okay, gotcha. Thank you so much, Candace. Appreciate you. And I could not get off this without mentioning Level Hotel. You're staying downtown LA. You need a suite, 1, 2, or 3 bedroom suite with balconies. All rooms have balconies. All rooms have full kitchens. They all have washers and dryers, right? 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. 700 square feet is the smallest. all the way up to 18,000 square foot penthouse suite. That's what I was gonna say. Your typical hotel room is between 300 and 300 square feet. Okay, this one bedroom is double the size of that because they start off at 700 square feet. Okay, and they're priced just like regular hotels. It is a regular hotel, it's just that it happens to be 1, 2, and 3 bedroom suite. So Level Hotel, downtown LA, South Olive. Go stayinglevel.com is their website, and use that promo code. You'll see where it says promo code. Just type in ROH23, and they give you the rate that I would get, right? Which is a discounted rate, yeah. Probably the best rate you can get there, okay? So they're offering that Russell of Hotels rate, so go ahead and do that. And yeah, if you ever have any questions about that, I am a resource. Feel free to reach out, and I'll help you whatever you need help with. So, I guess that's what I do. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Thank you again. I'll do this again tomorrow on Thursday. Oh, and remember, I do a show called On Air with Russell of Hotels. Comes on every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. I did show number 214 yesterday. If you have not seen that, it is live. I mean, not live. The replay is on LinkedIn and YouTube as well. I will later put it on Facebook, which I did not do yet, and Twitter. I didn't do that yet. And it's a podcast too, but I didn't even post it as a podcast. So I'll make sure all that stuff is done by end of day today. But you can definitely check it out, the replay on YouTube and LinkedIn right now on my page. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page as well. That's Russell of Hotels. Until tomorrow,